Monaco. At least there's some nice cafes you can not get in because it's too busy. Right, so let's go on the track. Are you on the track, or are you just...
I am not.
I'll go on the track and go round a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it. Why is my power... Hold on. You can reduce the car's output. Go away! Okay, sod off. I thought I had the power.
I am just sorting my streams out.
My power's at 415. Okay, fair enough. Restrictor. Look at that. Oh, 327. We'll try again. Oh, what gearbox have I got? Let's just check what gearbox I've got. Make sure, because I'm using my thingamajiggy.
Yes.
Fully customisable manual. Good, right one. Oh, stop pressing the wrong button, Andrew. Right, so it's GT7. Let's see, the F1 is on lap 30. Red flag cross of Schumacher crash. There's a shock.
Well, Magnussen retired, and we didn't get to see anything about that. He just wasn't on the leaderboards anymore.
Okay, so it seems that my... Oh, I know what the problem is. My steering wheel's not working because I've not plugged the power in. I plugged everything else in, but not the power. But it's power anyway. Electricity gets everywhere. I am getting so sick and tired of this thing being on my desk in the way. There are things in life I should be doing. Unfortunately, at the moment I'm not feeling great. I mean, right now my heart is actually in my throat, literally. It feels like it's trying to jump up through the neck. So that's not good. It's not very good, you know. Can't say it's the best feeling, but we're. Why is it still not working? Ah, there you go. Now it's working. Why is it still not bloody working? Seriously? Why is it not working?
Oh, so just... I suppose what you mean is it's not working.
I mean, I literally mean I'm pressing buttons on it and it's doing bugger all. Okay, so I'm going to unplug it again. And then plug it back in. And then maybe it will work then. And if it doesn't, I will give up. I just give up. Now it's working. Yes! Right, what are people saying? 52 minutes of F1 remaining. Just, people should think of themselves as lucky, right? Because if Marzipan was in, it would be being a lot worser. Wrong button. Okay, I was pressing the brake to try and change gear. Still not used to using a proper gearbox. Let's keep out of people's way. I'm flashing my lights at them, I think. So, this is a stealth BMW with my numbers on the side. Oh, I do like the feeling of these wheels. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I remember this track. It's like, okay, so I need to. Whee! Oh, someone's. Is that Phil? Backwards.
Yep.
Whoa! Is that Ian? Doing burnouts in a tunnel. I think this would be a really interesting racing series if people get involved with it.
Very great. Just let everyone know, if they are caught wall riding, there are harsh penalties for it.
Oh, you're going to get me to sing at them? That's terrible. Poor people. You can't do that to them. Oh, I'm being overtaken. Oh.
Seeing the Most Wanted M3. Hold on.
So I need to do something with the gearing.
Okay, he's actually made it silver. That's good. He's done better than the actual Need for Speed game. The new one. The new one made it white. They introduced the most iconic car of the franchise and did it wrong.
So when you say... Yeah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, fool?
The livery on Ian's BMW M3 is the icon car from one of the 2005 Need for Speed Most Wanted game, which to me...
Oh, which I've never played, so that's why I didn't
to
know.
me, arguably is the best Need for Speed they've made, you know, next to Undercovers and... Undergrounds. And Carbon. But they've introduced that car into their new game.
It could have been either, and I never would have known.
Yeah. But they made a new version of Most Wanted. Like they kept the name Most Wanted. It was nothing like the old game. They introduced that car to it as one of the legend cars, and they made it white when in actual fact it was silver.
So they kind of went the opposite way to Mercedes back in the day. Because the reason why the silver arrows were silver is because of a weight requirement. And so what they had to do, because the original racing colours for Germany were what was white, what they had to do is take all the paint off and leave it bare metal. So that's why the silver arrows became silver arrows. To get the weight down to the minimum weight. To the maximum weight, I mean. Which if you think about it, it's weird. Why would you want a maximum weight in a racing series? That makes no sense at all. But they did. Hence silver arrows. Okay, yeah, I'm doing okay there. Have I still got the gearing too high? I might. Let's see. If I can't get into 6th on this straight. Yep. Definitely made the gearing too high. Yep, gearing too high. Try again. So, just let me know when it is you want us to not mess around anymore and actually do some racing, and I'll get out of people's way completely. Oh! Get out of people's way completely. So, let's take it down to there, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Indio is.
Indio.
He has to be a friend of either one of us, or he wouldn't be able to join.
On the screen, my screen, he's called Gorms.
Yeah,
Gomes.
so that's his nickname.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Gomes, whoever you are. Wherever you are, whyever you are. I suppose I should advertise this stream, shouldn't I? A bit.
I'm hoping he joins back, because it would be nice to have him. But...
Oh, yeah. As long as he understands the rules.
Yeah.
Etc. Shared content, YouTube links. So it's in blackout, right? Okay. Copy. Why is it not letting put? Oh, I know why. Because I haven't actually got. So annoying. Right, bear with me, everybody. I've just got to go and get my other keyboard because I didn't think I'd be actually needing to go across the room and get it. Let's press enter. There you go. Idiot. Andrew, you stupid boy. Stupid. Oh, that's good. My heart stopped trying to bounce out of my chest. So nice. So much better. I should do that more often. DTR Lounge, is there a place to sort of share this crap in DTR Lounge? It should be. Interest mode. YouTube! Control V. Enter. DWP Racing. Oh, that's us. Live streams. So anybody watching, there's also the official... What have you done now?
I pressed circle just to cancel a message, but it still pastes it anyway.
Yeah, welcome to GT7. Much better to drive, much worse in every other way. Name one way that isn't the driving that it's better in, and it's just not.
Single player.
Yeah, all right, I get that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Basically, it's better in every way that we don't need.
Apart from the driving, I needed that.
Yeah, you needed
the driving. I actually enjoy the driving now, whereas on GTS it's like...
Yeah, the driving's quite nice.
I'll do it. I mean, the feedback on the steering, that's the thing. Sport for sport. So, was the race good last night in the AM race? I noticed somebody else was...
I wasn't able to watch.
I didn't know. No, I didn't. I felt absolutely I feel great today, but last night was no amount of enjoying myself made me feel any better last night.
Yeah.
Put it this way, you know how hard it is for me to sleep. Well, I went to bed before midnight, and I woke up at midday.
Yeah.
So you know, boom, it's all fun. Know what I mean, Harry? Like I say, at the moment, my heart keeps palpitating and bumping up and down as it is. The sun's out outside. I'd like to apologise to anyone that I was talking to the other night and when I was getting upset and doing that thing where I put people off talking to me. I was upset. I'm talking to Don. And when I realised that what I was doing, I actually just left because I was screwed. So I stopped. Right, DWP, where are you? Oh, someone said something. Steward's room.
No,
just for your information, harsh penalties. Oh, yeah, that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Harsh penalties.
So, 10-second penalty and a 5 points deduction per time you rule ride.
Sorry. Right, so what we need to also know, anybody out there, that this is how it's working, okay? Ghosting is off, so you have to make your way past people slower than you. You will get 20 points for one, 18 points for two, 15 for third, 2 second, fourth is 12, fourth is 12, fifth is 10, sixth is 8, seventh is 6, eighth is 4, ninth is 2 points, and 10th is 1 point. You also get 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point for qualifying first, second, or third. And of course, you become extremely famous because, you know, we're here telling the world, look how amazing this person is. Okay. So it looks like the guy we were talking about earlier isn't there anymore.
I was hoping to sort of know if anyone knew them, like Moomin or Ian.
Personally, what I think would be hilarious if somebody turns up in the McLaren F1, breaks all the rules. Is it set to the one car?
Yeah. It's not set to one car, but it is set to the horsepower and weight.
Okay, which is the same for both cars anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so I can drift around there.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, brake. Ian's chasing after me. Feather the throttle. So we will start the race, then leave to reset something?
Yeah, so start the race to reset all the lap times, and then we'll do start qualifying.
Okay.
Because there's no qualifying on this game, you have to do it in practice.
So you do practice, you get some times, and then that sets...
That sets the grid, yes.
Flipping Nora Batty. Something about battle. It doesn't last very long. These messages, does it? Moomin saying something about Battle of the Beatles. I didn't quite see what he said.
So he knew who Gomez was.
Oh, I see. From Battle of the Beatles. Okay, that makes sense. So Phil just came off the circuit. Why is he doing that? Why are you doing that for, Phil? Have you got the Quincy in your ear? That's what it is. It's Quincy's in his ear. Bless him. So cute. So it just reminded me of someone I used to teach in a Sunday school. A little kid called Austin. And he brought a Batman figurine in. And the entire lesson was spent with him saying Batman is best. It's hilarious. Loved it. It's so funny. So everybody get your gearing right. Be a lot quicker. Oh. Screwed that up. Oh, why's my heart doing that? I've taken my beta blockers, I don't get it. Maybe it's the coffee I had. Well, the weekend is when I have proper coffee, you know, instead of decaf. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'll drop dead. Who knows?
Don't worry.
Stop talking. Well, it's possible. Got my angiogram on the 29th of June. I've got to have a bloody COVID test on the weekend before. Oh! What happened?
We're all leaving this one anyway,
So, what do I do? Leave now?
Yeah, just leave.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm not last! What the hell? No, wrong button. Wrong button. Exit. There you go. Right. So now I need to...
Right.
Watch. Hey, 3 cars. You got... Oh, everyone's leaving.
Yes, this isn't the race. This is basically what this does. It resets the practice times so we can start qualifying. So we have a set qualifying time.
Excellent.
It also helps reduce any chances of bugs.
That wasn't in my race notes. Phil saying, well, that wasn't so bad. No, but this is not bad. I mean, it's got corners. It's got corners, you know. And, how can I put it? But they're not too arduous, you know. They come at you slow enough for it to be all right. For me. You know. So Phil saying, it's okay, Roo. Well, I'm very glad. I'm hope everything's all right. It's just, yeah. Sorry, that thing that the young lad Austin. He was just so cute, and it was so funny because we were all talking about God, you know, in Sunday school, and he was American as well. This is when I used to go to an American church in Mannheim, in Germany, with all the American soldier friends that I knew. And he was just so funny.
Feels on dad duty, I think that's what it said. It only popped up for like 2 seconds.
Dad duty. 2 minutes. Dad duty. Yes. So, we've got 10-minute pseudo qualifying. You can say pseudo because it's Gran Turismo 7, so it's not actually qualifying. It's just, you know,
it's just acting like qualifying.
Yeah, everyone drives around, and let's get the replay options up. Full race inflow. Oh my Gideon Chas.
I am currently on board with Ian, and I have got confirmation Seb will be racing in the Citroen race.
I'm a passenger on board with Ian. He's driving one-handed. Very fast.
Yeah. He's bumping around a lot. He's in the DTR suit. Nice
iridescence on his visor there. Taking that quite quick. I was sort of going in too fast in fourth and then backing off, you know,
Yeah.
allowing the speed to scrub off as you go round, and it seemed to work, but how it compares, I can't tell. I mean, you used to be able to look at lap times and get all the sector times and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know, all the useful stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that nerds like me like to see. I've always liked to see. So that's why I used to, when I gave a damn, used to subscribe to the Formula 1 app, so that I could get all the times, see what tyres are on.
Ooh, E-rating's very high.
I noticed that the other time as well, actually, on that corner. Let's see how he does this big banking here.
1:15.8.
Not bad.
I mean, I think
I'm saying that like I know how fast I went.
top time I've done is a 14.8, but that was like a one-off. I'd say
Phil,
good
speed setting, I had it on 210. 280, you didn't even max out in fifth at any point. So if I was taking it down a few times. 210, and I found that was pretty good. You were using sixth, but you didn't max out the revs even on that banking. 250, yeah, I think that's a bit high for the power and the weight.
Yeah.
The way I was looking at it is at the end of that straight and on the banking, if you're not maxing out the revs in sixth, but it's not bogging down, then that's fine. So 210, maybe 220.
Yeah, I was getting.
Yeah, try it. Give it a go.
Just give it a try. See if you can sort of hit. I was sort of hitting the top end of six as I came into the turn.
Okay.
Oh, in sideways. Oh, there it is, and snaps back. Big hit.
I don't. I mean, just give it a go. I mean, you can change it without leaving, can't you?
Yeah.
So that's one of the improvements. That's one of the improvements. You can actually change car and change your settings. I think it's stupid you can't change things like your wings. We've talked about this before, haven't we? Or do an oil change or stuff like that, because you're in a garage, supposedly with electronic mechanics that can, you know, Tron and his mates are there fixing your battle tank. Oh, it's just stupid.
He is running the wheels track very high up the banking.
Yeah, interesting. Let's go on board with Moomin.
He is in the pits.
It won't let you look at the car while they're not moving. Can't change angle.
Nope.
But it looks very nice from the back.
Yeah.
Apparently he's using original BMW parts. Excellent. And he's part of something called the Dream Team Racing. Heard of them? It's funny because there's a DTR cars and a DTR movement. What did you just say?
I'm not sure.
So Phil got to PS7 yesterday. Quite interesting. I'm not surprised.
Oh, right, okay. Mima's just saying so he's going to have a chat with Indio or Goms
to try and
about maybe racing in the future races. Oh, Moomin is out.
Yeah, I'm on board with him. I'm a passenger. He's bouncing a bit. It's bouncy. That's a really bouncy. I've never noticed before, but both on Ian and on Moomin, when you go on that banking, it's actually really bouncy. Bloody hell. Let's see where he goes. So similarly, he had to go down a gear, down to third.
Yeah, wasn't quite able to hit the apex on that one. But it's an outlap, you know. It's not really.
But that was with Ian where he was effectively staying at the outside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So whereas I was sort of going in and then drifting out wide.
Yeah. That's
slowing
my line.
down. I was in fourth.
It's a faster line, but obviously the outside, as it's shallower, you can carry more speed. But it's a longer distance.
So he's come out of the tunnel better than I was. I'm really not doing well, as you can tell. I think I've got vascular dementia. My brain is working.
Just caught the wall on the banking.
Are you going to give him a penalty for wall riding? I don't think you should.
No.
I think that
not if it's not intentional. Yeah.
I'd like to know.
It's very obvious when it's intentional.
Yeah, I mean I've done it on this track. You come off of there at full speed.
Ian's just come across the line with a 536 day lap.
What? What does that mean?
Well, the timer had 536, and then another number, then another number, then another number.
Oh! Actually, on board right now with Moomin, he is 596 days, 31 hours, 23 point... No, it's 596 hours.
31 minutes.
31 minutes.
You can't have 31 hours.
648 seconds. That's amazing. Well, you can.
Yeah.
It's just...
improper.
It's like saying 100 minutes.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Oh, he's having fun with the rear end. That rear end was getting very squirrely there. Very squirrely.
Oh, Phil's had an issue. We'll obviously wait for him to get back in.
Somebody just said about, I know he likes his tuning, was that?
Yeah, that's about, gone.
Oh, the fella he's trying to persuade to get in?
Yeah, so he'll talk to him about doing it in the next race.
Well, the great thing about the tuning is that there is tuning allowed, but it's a sort of a mild, simplistic tuning. Things like your gearbox. You can set your suspension up, you know. You can put a nice diff on it and play with the numbers on that. They're not banned at all. We're just keeping sort of downforce to a level. So it is tunable, you know. You can tune your front to back balance, going around fast corners and all this kind of stuff.
Oh,
it's not.
Oh no, he's caught it.
So what we got? So Moomin's just on 118.9. He's on a lap.
Very similar to the laps that Phil were doing yesterday.
I'm just going to change. No, it's still.
Ian with a 15.1.
Let's see if I can change. No, it doesn't matter. What? Let's watch him. Was he got? Is that a wide version? Because I've got it. Mine wide-bodied.
Whose? They are both wide. Yes.
Moomin, yeah. Okay.
They are both wide.
Oh, at least actually I can see the.
It's got a lot of rear camber.
Somebody's just gone screech.
Oh yeah, that's Ian. I can see a lot of smoke.
But I could hear it. Let's have a look at his livery. Number 53. I know why he's number 53. There's a reason for that. That's the bounce. It's incredible, the bouncing. It is weird.
I'm just intrigued by the rear camera he's got, sir. Is he?
How do you mean rear camera?
Camber.
Oh, camber.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Lots of negative camber so that when you're going around a bend, so it's less stable down the straight, but it's got more grip as you turn.
Yeah.
That's the sort of the general rule for negative camber. In real life, of course, you'd also be wearing the tyres a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's sitting on the rim, you know, sitting on a angle down the straight. But that doesn't. I don't know whether. Oh dear me! Squeak. I wonder whether that's why it's sort of going squeak. Weird. Very strange. So well, everyone now has racing hards on, so we don't have to play around with that.
16, so he's sitting under 116s.
Well, just flicking between the same view on Ian's and Moomin's car, and you can see the difference in the camber. It's huge. But Ian is also sort of skipping a bit as it goes round bends. Is this a peculiarity of the rendering for GT7 that he's doing weird stuff like this, or is it back end?
Oh, he's
maybe
and round again. There he is.
Experiment with the rear camber.
Yeah.
Don't need to do that.
Yeah,
it could also be
the car can get a bit.
Could be the diff.
Skippy.
Because I found that, you know, I don't like an unstable rear end. You know, when you're driving around, I like it to keep it as soft, not soft, but as sort of
stable.
Yeah, on the throttle, you know. I mean, I've been trying to learn to be more precise on my throttle and less stampy. And that's really helped, you know, feeding the power in. But there's always this thing about, you know, you gain time by bringing more power in earlier, but then if you spin because of it, because you're pushing it too hard, you've lost a huge amount of time. So if there's anything you can do to discourage the back end going so that you can feed more.
Oh, Dirk is not going to be happy. Moomin is not in the DTR gear.
Oh, what, like his
race suit.
Race suit. Just, I'll go on that. So he's going high. He's trying an Ian. He's doing the going high.
Oh,
Not really skipping around. That's really weird. You got because the other thing is that you can change, of course, you can change ride height. It's always good to have a lower ride height because your centre of gravity is lower, so you lean. You know, but you can also change how hard the suspension is. Now there's payoffs each way. The harder the suspension, the more control you have. You know, it's less sort of floppy. However, you actually get less grip, which is why if you've got super hard suspension, the car snaps. So it grips, and then you die. Whereas if you've got soft suspension, it's much more progressive breakaways, more controllable. So you've got to sort of, decide.
very braced through that corner.
Yeah, it's going really quick. What's he got? What's his time?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just seeing 596 laps.
117. He's lost. Sorry, not his fastest time. His fastest time was a 116.3, which is much quicker. So, but this is great because this is experimenting. You know.
I mean, qualifying. I know I said ended at 10 past 4, but we're just going to wait for Phil. That'll be it. He's just
so Phil's not joined. Is it because he's on
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. Oh, his internet's gone.
Yeah, it's just had to sort that out.
Evil. I love it. We've got all this technology, and it's assumed that it's always there, by the authority sort of thing, and yet very often isn't. Very often isn't. So I just want to let's watch Moomin on my stream. Anyway, we're going to watch Moomin get to the end of this lap, see what time he comes out with, because it's a smooth lap. Riding high there, so he's got the banking to help him round, and you've got a wider circle on arc, which means you can take more speed. The lateral forces are lower. 116.4, much quicker. 1.1 seconds faster than his previous time. So I'm just going to have a look at his livery. He's got on the back NFSMW.
This speed most wanted M3.
This
speed most wanted.
What you were talking about. He's on the cobbles on the edge. Headed for the apex. Blues and whites. We like a bit of blues and whites. Taking it wide into that corner. There's definitely some weird rendering stuff going on because the car keeps.
It jitters around.
The same place every time. That's the same place that's all happening. Now, according to my screen, he's in an automatic gearbox.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I didn't think he was. Could it be? Because he's driving with one hand. Who knows? Oh, sliding! Ian's got into slidey mode, so let's see. That drift, I'll give him 4.
But this is what it's like. I was talking with Enra about. It's like you could be as quick as like Ian. Like, obviously you can see from the times he's got a faster pace than Moomin, but Moomin's making much less mistakes.
Yeah, consistency is that consistency thing, isn't it? Yeah. And I swear Moomin's getting faster and faster because I remember when we started.
Look at his lap 8 compared to lap 7.
Who? Moomin?
Moomin.
That's interesting. I'll just say, even with the crash, Ian just did a 1:15.8.
Really?
Well, according to... No, he didn't.
Mine says 1:28.
Yeah, well, mine said 1:15.8, and then I moved to Moomin and went back again, and now it says 1:28.9, so...
Yeah, the game is a bit buggy still.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Right, okay, so let's see, we are... So, right, okay, both are within 1,000th of a second of each other. That's excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, so when we started this sort of madness of the sim racing, right back a year and a bit ago, Moomin was sort of committed and was turned up, and usually at the back. Yeah, I mean, you know, with the HHTC on and this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Gleb's apprentice has joined.
Phil.
And yet, now, I mean, I was battling him the other day, the other week, or whenever it was. Oh, same corner every time, that corner.
The exit of that is awful. The exit of turn 2 and the final corner is just... 03 BMW, Richie.
Yeah, E46 03. Oh, I suppose I should look at your... Right, wait a minute. My streams. Let's get your stream up, and I can look at both Titty chats and see what's being said.
We'll give Phil a couple laps just to get into it, make sure his internet sort of stays stable.
It's interesting, why is it not?
Oh, he's in the wall. But we like Phil being here, he's in the DWP livery. No bias. He chose it. He made it himself, that one.
So, I'm not seeing any live chat on your channel, on DWP.
Oh, you're going to be joining, Richie. Make sure you go to the Discord and make sure you have the right arrow.
Right, I will.
And we will wait for
under
you.
specification series.
Yes, under specification series in series information right at the top.
In the DWP Racing League.
It's also you'll also if you there is a tune available, but you'll also need the Citroen DS3 if you want to do the next race as well. But they are both free cars.
Yes, you should have them in your doodle already.
However, the Citroen will cost a bit of money to upgrade. So
yes,
I don't.
It will. But it will be as fine as mine if you do.
Yes.
Mine is very fine. It's lovely. It's my friend. Oh! I'd hate to be Ian's mechanic and tyre supplier. Because he likes his donuts. Well, I don't mean he's a sugar addict. And he tends to sideswipe barriers. You know,
I mean, I'd like to be the tyre provider. It'd give you a lot of money.
Oh yeah, if you had to get getting paid, but if you were the mechanic who's trying to get into
the
race...
mechanic, I wouldn't. Tyre provider, yes. Mechanic then. Unless they're paying you extra.
How demanding he is. If it's like saying, I'm sick of these tyres wearing out, do something about it, and it's like, yeah, I'll just watch you do 5 minutes of burnouts and donuts. What do you want me to make them out of? Granite?
Have you got the DS3 prepared though, Ian?
Oh! So, apparently, Phil said oi, but that's all that's being said on the DWP one. And what? I can't type anything in, and it won't let me pop it out.
Phil hasn't said oi in this one.
Then I have no idea what the hell's going on. So, are you talking about the DWP?
The
oh, this is a completely different thing. It's fine. It's okay. Ignore me.
Okay.
Everything's fine. It's something.
Hey, Anne.
Yeah, there we go. Let's try again. Oh, he's answering in the doodles.
Ian, if you want to go quickly get a DS3 set up with the upgrades, you've got plenty of time to do so.
Plenty of time.
Because we're gonna.
There he is. So Ian has not done the DS3 yet. Okie dokie. How dare you not do the DS3 yet? I'd take that as a personal affront to my wonderful DS3. How dare you? Evil. You're not really evil. Not at all. Still, I'm allowed to be dramatic because I'm a big girl.
Alright, Seb's on the way, so we may as well wait for Seb at this point as well.
Yeah, why not?
Let him do both races.
I mean, it's a Sunday. I see dead pixels in my pop-up book. Right, There's Phil. So Phil's got DWP and it's looking black. It's not. It's a shiny black, so it's not a stealth black. Though I was watching a video the other day that's saying that there's a possible F-22 Super Raptor in development because they've been spotted with shiny silver paint, like chrome. So maybe there is now a stealth paint job that's shiny. You know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what he's got. So, Moomin, it's not showing his times. Oh, that's good. Oh, God. GT7. So bad. Oh! It's got my favourite blue on the side. Done with precision. Orange wheels. So there's like, you know, French custard wheels. Is it French custard that colour? Or is it like orange sweets? Orange sweets. That's candy. For the American audience, are not very stealthy. No, not very stealthy. So then the yellow's like crème anglais, which is French for nice custard. The blue's like.
That's
It's definitely wiggling all over the place. That's just weird. Just weird, man.
That's because he's using my chin and I enjoy that sort of car.
Top chat. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Unless you're hiding in a mirror shop. Oh no.
But yeah, Phil's managed to make that livery whilst also being colourblind.
Is he? Yeah, but colourblind doesn't mean you can't see any colours. It just means some of them aren't as...
He sees the blue as bright pink.
Oh, right. So he's blue-green colourblind.
He is.
Excellent. That's quite...
I'm not sure.
That's the common one. That's the common one.
Yeah.
Did the TV come? No, it's coming on Wednesday now. Did I tell you this? It's now coming on Wednesday. But they happened to note on it saying, you know, was expecting it last week, but you thought he was in Holyhead. 60 miles away. Whatever. Or the guy said he was in Holyhead, in which case you have to literally drive 100 yards past my house to get back to Scousland, where he sounded like he was from. It's like, so I've got to wait. And then my big new telly will arrive, and I will be able to see it from further away. That's kind of the idea. Oh, good! Ant, deal with the naked HD. Good lad. 5. Maybe just ban him. You can ban him. Just ban him. That's insane. La 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 la. Right, we need to ride on board with the Phil. Mr. Hooligan. I'm his co-driver. No, I'm not. Quincy's his co-driver. Go faster, Dad! No, faster!
Rich, he is sorting himself out. Ian's sorting his Citroen out.
It should be fun. Because Richie's got super fast.
Seb is quite a way out still. Well,
you're in there.
I did enter the track by accident, and I'm not in there now, but it's still getting my name up. Phil's lost it out of the.
Phil's decided that he wanted to have a look at those lights. Very nice lights at the side.
Yeah, lovely lights.
Lovely lights. There's nothing like a straight six when it's revving up. I mean, the sound's good at full chat, but there's this thing, that and a V12, they both have this kind of thing that happens. I love it. Yeah. The only other car that sounds, the only other engines that sound similarly good is the straight 5, the old Audis, or of course the V10, which is 2 straight 5s, just like the V12 is 2 straight 6s.
Yeah.
So, nice. That offbeat, and the reason why it's got an offbeat is because there is not a bang for every rotation. See, so if you've got a 4-cylinder and it's a 4-stroke, it goes bang, 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 bang. And if you've got 8s, it's ba-bang, 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 ba-bang. And so it's, you know, it sounds smoother.
Yeah.
But a 6 goes bang, 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 bang. Or 12, ba-bang, 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 ba-bang. Well, no, the 3 is bang, 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 and the 6 is ba-bang, 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 and the 12 is ba-ba-bang, ba-ba-bang, ba-bang. It'd be 4 of them, wouldn't it? So a 9, if you could do a 9 would be ba-ba-bang, 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 yeah, ba-ba-bang, like that. So 12 was ba-ba-bang, ba-bang, 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 ba-bang. 4, yeah, that stuff in it. That makes sense. The Phil is in a purple suit. Burgundy. It's kind of a burgundy, isn't it?
Yes.
Suit.
Nice look of it.
It is. I kind of like that colour. Blood red.
I believe that Phil also asked D-Max or Don about getting some DWP number boards.
Dun dun dun.
Richie is on the way.
Definitely.
Make sure you've got racing hard tyres, Richie.
Oh, racing hards, yes, get them before you come in, because you can't buy them in the garage, apparently.
Used to be able to, on like GT5. If you didn't have the tyres, you could just go and buy them while in the lobby.
I know, it's stupid.
It's as if this game is supposed to be, you know, new, but not have all the good features.
I mean, I get the idea they've completely recoded everything to make it what it is, because it was 2017 when it came out,
Yes.
GTS?
Yes.
Just 5 years, it's a long time.
That's
in the gaming world, long time, so they've got quite a bit of money out of this, you know?
But the thing is, with Gran Turismo, it's so highly anticipated, they always going to make money out of it. And lots of it. Same as Need for Speed, same as Forza.
I mean, I've not, apart from the other day when I was cleaning about and we were trying stuff, I haven't been on GTS for weeks.
Yeah.
But, you know, there might be weeks between me going on the game at all. It's like that golf game. I'm not a gamer. I'm just not a gamer. There are times I'll get totally obsessed. Like, for example, with that golf game.
Yeah.
For PGA 2K or whatever it is.
The 2K TNT.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it, but especially when I was playing with other people. But have you noticed no one said fancy game of golf in the past 6 months?
I was going to, but then I realised I had the MX5 Cup and the PRS Cup on that time.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to. I mean, there's a few times I've sat there and I was going to. Yeah. In fact, I even started a little game with myself the other day, and well, you know, I got bored.
It's
Engines Sound by Roo now on CD.
Yeah. I'll buy those.
Off your Fist 2 CDs. Yes, I'll Fist. No, I won't. Stop it. So, how long are we waiting? Are we waiting? Can I go
Richie.
on there and drive around?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We're just waiting on getting Richie in.
I'm going to exit, and then
the next Need for Speed does need to be good. I mean, what I don't like about Need for Speed, well, EA technically, they so Black Box Games were the original makers of Need for Speed. Well, they did like the Underground and the Most Wanted 05, which were like the best sort of era of Need for Speed. Black Box then got shut down, and it went
Black Box or Fox?
Black Box. Black Box. The game then moved to Criterion. Nice big one, and they turned it into a Burnout kind of thing. Like the handling was all sort of Burnout-y. Yeah, but it was like at the same time they had it wasn't as good as Burnout, but it was sort of mixing elements of Burnout and Need for Speed together, and it just didn't work very well. And Hot Pursuit was alright, and Rivals was okay, and then EA got the licensing for Need for Speed with Ghost, and sort of Ghost they had never done an EA. Nope, they had never done a Need for Speed So their first 3 games were sort of meh at best, and then they made Need for Speed Heat, the most recent one, which was actually really good. It was very short, like story based, but there was a lot of stuff to do. The handling was great, the police were great, they were difficult again, and it was just
were great because they shot you.
they were actually challenging, and because their previous game, Need for Speed 2015, it was just called Need for Speed. You could drive at 50 miles an hour and pull away from the police.
I think I need to add a little bit onto my gearbox. I think 210's too low.
The wing is missing.
Whose wing? Mine?
Richie's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that when you do a couple of things to it, am I adding 10 or 20?
Yeah, so Ghost finally made this great game, and then EA shut down Ghost and bought Codemasters. So now the new game is being developed by Criterion and Codemasters together, which kind of makes EA the biggest racing sort of developer there is now.
But who don't make very good games.
Yeah, because what you had EA had like Need for Speed. I think they only had Need for Speed really. And then you had, obviously Microsoft had Forza, Sony had Gran Turismo, and Codemasters had everything else. Because you have Codemasters obviously do F1, Dirt, the new touring car game, the new Need for Speed now. What's it called? Project Car. No, that wasn't Codemasters. Grid was Codemasters. They sort of did everything, and now EA own everything, but they can't do good games.
Oh, I've done an Ian.
Where are we?
Ironically, trying to keep up with Ian.
No, that spinning there is a fill. Ian does it on turn 2 and this time.
Oh, so if we're being that specific, that was a fill. Okay, fair enough.
I quite enjoyed Need for Speed Heat, Ian, but yeah, it's definitely does not compare to the black box era.
I want to know, and BMW sorted the new headset. No,
yes, Sam. Have you not?
We sort of sorted it, and then
today we made a workaround. Sort of tried, so it's
until I tried it earlier,
and it echoed.
And it just it echoed, and then it fed back, and then I don't know what was going on. So I just decided to plug the damn thing in and whatever. Uh-oh.
Richie is back. So much stuff was missing off the car.
Everything. Yeah, I mean the reason why I span the fiddle was because I was trying to put too much power down to accelerate. Oh, weight transfer! I missed you, Ian. Ian's just...
Yeah, Richie, I'll let you know if anything's not okay. It should be.
Everything's going to be wrong because he's too fast. I'm definitely pushing too hard now because the back end keeps trying to stay down. 121.
If you read this, I lost my trailer.
Have you just seen that?
Yep.
Do you like that?
Yeah. I have one on a new Shift game, yeah, but unfortunately, like I said, black box are gone, so you can't.
I think I could probably add a bit more. I'm getting to 160.
Richie, you are missing front error.
You need that.
That's a bit of both. That's obviously part of the rules, and it will help you a lot because there's nothing anywhere else.
crash that time. Good. Or nearly crash or anything like it.
I reckon this is sort of partnered with Plebs, considering the time it is.
Yeah, bless.
You know, I think I'd prefer to sort of let everyone get in rather than, like, it's 4 o'clock, we've only got 2 drivers, we're going anyway.
I'm on 20, so I've taken 1.8 seconds off by not crashing. I think I need to add a bit of speed. Top end.
Whoa, 125.
Yeah, it's still awful for everybody else. Nah, I mean Harry. Oh, I took that a lot better. Also, I'm in a manual gearbox with a clutch, so, you know.
Getting a little bit temperamental. Damage to his left rear suspension. Oh! Moomin's gone fastest.
He told you he was getting faster.
It's 0.07 ahead of Ian. I'm not sure if that's ahead of his current time or ahead of his best time, because it's still saying Ian's fastest for 15.1.
Okay.
But it is saying Moomin is 0.07 faster than Ian at the moment. But it's also saying he's on an outlap, so I'm not sure how that works.
Well, I've just done 119.
Here's Richie back. Yep, that's better. That's all good. What livery have we got on there? Nice red and blue, white one.
Left a gear change.
See how Richie on it. Oh, he's been... got a bit too close to the inside and lost the rear end. But yeah, that's all good now, Richie. We'll give you a couple laps to sort of anything out for you.
Yeah, get used to its handling, all that kind of stuff. I think it's fair to.
Yeah.
What the hell? 118.7. Okay. So I'm getting quicker.
Oh, 118.7.
Yeah. And I'm getting consistently quicker as I sort of discover how to do things. And that's without me changing the gearing to get a higher top speed on that banking. So I'm maxing out the end of the very end of the straight at about 150. Oh no! Oh, totally fluffed that gear change. Trying to do too many things at once in my brain.
I want to know if Moomin's going to end up starting on pole or not, because the fastest lap is still Ian's, but he's 0.07 fast. Not sure how that works.
No. Weird. But that was like on a previous version, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Before Ian disappeared and to make his DS3 or whatever he was doing. So I wonder whether, because he left the room and then came back, didn't he?
Oh,
so.
Of course, yeah. But then Ian's improved his lap time when he's been back in. I'm not sure. So yeah. Alright, Richie says he is.
Yeah, totally fluffed that one. Back into the 1:20s again. Okay. Let's try and not screw up my gear changes.
Alright, do you want to head out, Ruth, so we can get this one started soon?
What? Well, let me get to the end of the lap.
Oh yeah, of course.
What do you think this is?
There we go, Ian's reclaimed his P1 now.
This is a racing series that I should be commentating on and not just driving around in. My goodness.
deadlifts today? It's 29. I've got a driving license. Ooh. Next Sunday. And then my test is like a week on, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks tomorrow.
So next Sunday's the 5th of June, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's my ex-wife's birthday.
So I've got a lesson on the 5th of June, and then I've got my test on the 13th of June, the day before my granddad's birthday.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just don't undertake people and can't pass them, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is faster. Is it faster? Oh no, 1:19.22. It was faster than the last one. Okay, let's... Uh-oh. Exit. Cancel entry. And, while I'm here, I'm just going to add a little bit to my top speed. Because, you know, I can. Even though I'm not going to go on the track. Right, back to spectating. Let's
get this one started, shall we?
So, according to that, Ian's fastest time was a 1:15.7, which is not as fast as he went earlier. Let's go to Moomin, who is second fastest with a 1:17.4, it's saying there. No, 1:16.6. So he's getting quicker and quicker again.
I think.
And then they've got the Phil, who's currently parked up with his hazard lights on. And now he's back in the garage. And it's not telling me what his times are because it's crap. Yeah. And then there's a DTR Vines fella.
He didn't even settle up.
Scooby-Roo. There's a lot of DTRs around. They get everywhere. Yeah. Phil did a 1:15.7 according to that. No, I'm on board with Ian. Alright. Oh, he's wrecking his tyres.
It's about to start.
He likes wrecking his tyres so much.
Good luck is right. I don't want to have sex.
I've been invited to have lots of weird and strange things going on again by Naked HD. I think I might have to do something about that. Let's see.
I'll try something out quickly.
Hide user on this channel. Ta-da! Bye-bye. Right, and they're off! Richie got a good start, but he's sort of like bumped Moomin up to Bum, and then backed off. He's getting in the way of...
He's on the inside. He is clear of Ian.
Yes, Ian's doing that thing. Let's go on board with the hooligan. Let's go in that position so we can see what's going on.
Oh, Ian's...
Phil, give it days. Oh. What are Ian and Moomin doing to each
Moomin's
other?
Gone wide.
Moomin's pushed. Was he pushed wide?
No.
Was he pushed, or did he just... Is he outbraking himself?
He just outbroke himself a bit and couldn't get it turned down.
Nice. It's nice to see that he can do that, because when I was doing that little race with him with the DS3 at Forest Trial Mountain Deep before high school, Richie's taking an interest in line. He likes the curbs. He is.
Oh,
he was curb crawling. I do like those wheels. It's that mad sort of fluorescent lozenge look.
Oh, he's gone with the
jam.
Oh, what was it? The pink and green again. But it's a bit more of a reddish hue than pink this time.
He's doing that bouncy squiddy thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yes. So you've got...
See Phil is still in touch. Ian...
There's a 1 second between each car.
1.6 to Ian. 1.6 between Richie and Moomin, and a 1.6 between Moomin and the hooligan. But it seems to be sort of stabilising at that figure. Phil taking that wider line again, like Ian was earlier. Swapson going through. Wider line on the green. Shaking hands.
He is gaining to Richie.
Richie's having fun. The Moomin. Let's see, it's what Richie did do stuff. It's avoided. Oh! Oh, back end's going. That diff needs setting up. Oh, drifting. So
He's got a better exit. Oh no, he hasn't. He's sliding.
He was still sliding.
He's still going. And that's
Right,
all.
so I was going to give him a 2.5 for the original first one.
Back he goes.
Oh, it's in the background. And he's taking off again. So I was going to give him a 2.5 out of 10 for the first slide, but then he turned it into a combo, slapping back and forth, fishtailing. Not fish slapping, because it was in total control until the end when it was. And I gave it a nice pirouette. Lovely.
We've now got much bigger gaps between the cars. We've got 4.8 from Ian to Moomin, 4 seconds from Moomin to Phil, and 10 seconds from Phil to Richie, or 9.6, which is practically 10.
He's cleaning his tyres up though, getting himself collected together, wishing that he'd set up that rear differential properly.
To hand it to him, he did just now build that car.
Oh, he did great. Well, I was expecting him to be in the front because we know how quick he is. I mean, really, his main problem is he's running out of petrol. But then again, so does Diaco. It seems to be a DTR thing. I should start trying to run out of petrol.
I haven't run out of petrol. Oh no, I have. I ran out at Sinclair.
Yeah, you did. And you're a DTR as well.
Yep.
See, it's that series of corners, midfield, infield, is annoying.
Oh, he's round again.
It's literally coming out of that.
Yeah. Coming out of the right hand of it.
You've got to weight transfer. Well, both really depends. It's going to if it's going to catch you, it will catch you in that series of corners somewhere because you get like a weight
Phil's
transfer.
also going round at the final corner.
Oh no!
On exit. He has picked up damage to his.
So have we got a bit of damage? Is damage?
Damage. It's on light, so it repairs. It repairs after 20 seconds.
Oh, is that what it does? Oh, okay.
But he's got damage to his front aero and the front left suspension.
And of course, fuel is being used.
It's only on 1x1x, so it's nothing to worry about.
This is, ladies, gentlemen, and other weirdos, a 20-minute race. It should be. Is it still a 20-minute race, or has that changed?
Yes.
So we're learning.
Unfortunately, because for spectator, we can't see how long's left. Actually, we can. Yeah, we can see the clock counter in the bottom left. So we're 5 minutes in.
We've had 5 minutes in, but unlike Gran Turismo Sport. It's strange how we keep comparing it to the lobbies of Gran Turismo Sport. The timer doesn't show, even though on every other racing game I've seen, it always does. ACC, Gran Turismo Sport, all of them, it just does.
There we go. Well, we'll stay on board with Ian for a bit. Let's watch him go round the lap.
So, we're watching Ian, are we?
Well,
it's funny because I've just gone on board with Ian, or above Ian, you know.
I can see his session better. His optimal time for this is currently a 1:14.8.
You can see that? How can you see that?
I don't know, my game's bugged so I can see it. Oh, he's holding an outside line through that. Oh,
he caught that well. So we started giving scores on how well they catch things. I think that was I'm going to give that 7.3.
I'm going to give that one 6, I think.
Yeah.
He didn't get quite enough angle to warrant too high of a score.
See, I'm thinking his reactions were so fast, he stopped it, boom, before he went out of control. That's, as opposed to ones where they start to slide. Now, which has got the greater skill? Someone that takes a big slide and can control it, or someone that stops the big slide happening in the first place? That's my thinking.
Oh, it's two separate skills, isn't it? One's a reactionary skill, one's a preventative measure.
Yeah. So it's like I was listening to the guy called Peter Windsor on the internet, who used to be the team manager for the Williams racing team for many years. So, he knew Senna, he knew Nigel, all these people like that. He very well versed. And he's the only one I see that talks about how the drivers drive. This is one of the reasons why I like listening to his channel. He's got quite a big following now. And he was talking, one of my favourite ones he did is where he was talking about the differences from a few years ago between
Richie catching up to Phil. He's right on him, half second, and gaining rapidly, actually.
right there, isn't he?
He gained
right
1.2 seconds that lap.
We've got to battle. Slipstream. He's out the slipstream now because he's taking a wider line. Phil gone defensive. Richie taking the wider line. Give him an overspeed.
Phil braking quite late there. He's managed to get it stopped.
Took him wide, but so Richie's got the outside line for the next corner, but he's got closer with it. Yeah. Phil moving over. We both know both of these drivers are super fair. I mean, they're hard racers, but they're really fair. Which is why it's almost bad that we call the electronic version of Phil, who's such a dirty driver. You know, they call it a Phil block and computer Phil and all that kind of stuff, because it's not actually Phil. I suppose it's a sort of a compliment to Phil that it's because it's computer Phil. Yeah. You know. Maybe Phil block. It's funny though, and if he ever wants us to stop saying it, we don't care about offending people.
Richie is taking higher line, so he's going to have a bit more of a better exit from that outside line.
Now do I stay on board with Richie or do I move to Phil? I think I'm going to move to Phil, who's still just ahead, but Richie's got the inside line. Look at the slightly, Phil has got slightly faster speed.
Yes. If you look at NASCAR as well, for these banking corners especially, obviously. Yeah. But, they do run because of how I know this game does have a dirty air mechanic, but how bad dirty air is round banked corners, they will pretty much always run too wide.
Oh, so they wash out a bit.
So if one car goes low, one car will go high. So like even if they're 2x2, you could they're sort of, you know how like cyclists ride like they're 2x2.
Oh, like and in the peloton.
Sort of, yeah. It's kind of like that. That's sort of to sort of keep the airway working, to keep the grip.
Yeah, it's a bump draft. It's effectively it's making a big train. I don't know if you're into your car engineering, aren't you, as part of your course and all the stuff that you do, and aerodynamics is a big part of that. Well, one of the things that we're looking about automated driving is all the cars being linked by a wireless computer so that their brakes act like a train. Lots of overspeed there. Phil did not get a good corner there. Richie needed to do that because
perfectly clear now.
Now, okay, I just want to sort of comment when you notice that Phil was pulling away down the straight and on the banking, I wonder how much of that is because of my original advice on the top speed.
Phil on the inside for turn 2.
Yeah, and he's got it. Wow, what a fantastic bit of racing.
Oh, Richie's got his cuts back.
Oh, but he had overspeed into it. He was too shallow in the corner and he couldn't exit. He couldn't keep the speed exiting. That's brilliant. So again, swap back, but they didn't touch. Very super fair. Oh, I like this. Oh, Richie's still struggling with this S-bend.
Yeah.
Still struggling with the entrance to that S-bend.
Much wider through the second bit.
Back end going a bit on it again. The back end's quite unstable, isn't it, on that car? Trying to get the power down. So that's the diff. In my opinion, that's the diff setup.
It'd probably help if it was a lava diffuser. Or decent tyres.
These tyres aren't that bad, especially compared with like the sports and the comfort ones. But that last corner he takes really well. Look, he's gained a second.
He holds holding the outside line. It's often, as I was saying, it's a longer distance, but you can carry much more speed because of the. It's a lot shallower.
That corner I can take in 6th. The little red stuff comes up saying brake, you're going too fast, but you can still, even if you just feather the throttle slightly.
Yeah.
But now he's not having to defend so much, he's pulling away. Yeah. But the gearing, you can see the difference with the gearing. And you know, Phil obviously asked me I told him the gearing, and then he went away and fiddled around with it, so I don't know if he changed it. I changed it, I changed it up to a 240, I think. 210 was just too slow. It was, I gained about 10 mile an hour by adding just a little bit.
So look at Richard again, getting a bit loose through the S's.
Yeah, he's having trouble turning in because I notice he kind of turns in too much and he ends up on the curb. And then, of course, the back end's trying to break away as well. So but he's getting hang of it. He's sort of, as he's getting used to the track, he's
getting used to the track, getting used to the car, sort of just.
Now Phil Phil, did you notice Phil's now taking the same line?
Yeah.
And he didn't lose. Oh, at the back,
Back end's gone.
Okay, that's possibly throttle. That's possibly throttle. Okay, so while let's have a go back
I think
to the
possibly
front.
a bit of line as well, because the end of that corner, it's quite a steep cut off if you're in the middle of the track. If you're not able to go straight down the straight, like if you're still turning and when you exit that corner, the back end it changes elevation and it does step out.
Yeah, I suppose it's the kind of corner that pulls you in. Ian's done a 1:14.9 earlier, then a 15.0. Then he's done.
He's sitting around the 15s, 16s.
15s, yeah. So he's fast and consistent. Well, we know he is. Every now and again he gets very excited. Moomin is
16 to
wonderfully,
18.
but also he's done a 1:16.
Yeah, 1:16.2.
On 2.
And another 1:16.2. Oh no, 1:16.7. It's
the
just
1:18 obviously was a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Same on lap 4, but that's that's pretty normal. The fuel is going. We are on lap 11. Rabade.
13 minutes in. 7 minutes to
Stay
go.
on board with Moomin for a second. See how he takes his final corner again to compare all our pals. Very
Staying
wide
high.
around that corner. Very high. But still there. Excellent. That's really good.
Faster
Let's
lap.
see how he takes this. So you go in slow.
Holding in fourth, and then down the free halfway round.
It's that thing. See, this is what I discovered with this corner, and this isn't me saying this is faster or anything, but in terms of just controlling it and trying to be quick, going in slower than perhaps you think, and then accelerating gently through it, I found better with that.
Yep.
Whereas
Moomin
if
is
you
on
try to go in,
personal best so far. Holding it very high again.
yeah. So that corner there, the one me and Chris were just talking about, it draws you in. At the end of it, you think it's opening out and all this kind of stuff, so you start putting your foot down. Oh, fastest lap for himself.
Yeah,
personal best by the 10th faster.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah,
Let's go back to Richie.
Phil is still holding on around 2 seconds behind Richie. Getting sideways again.
Gained that actually, because he was more than 2 seconds after his spin, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think Richie's just getting a few bit loose through those S's. It seems to be sort of the only place he's getting those moments.
What I believe is technically called a twitchy bum time.
That is the term for it.
It is the technical term, twitchy bum time.
But yeah, look, Richie is gaining again out of that last corner.
Which, because you've got the big long straight, is a very useful place to gain.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it drags you in, and you get encouraged to put your foot down a bit, and then the weight transfer comes, as you say, as it flattens out and you're losing the banking and all this kind of stuff, and you're still turning a little bit instead of straight. You can't put full throttle on, but you think you can.
Yeah.
And then boom,
And then it just goes.
and you do what Phil did, I guess. So going back to what this Peter Windsor was saying about the driving, he was comparing. It was the one where Bottas was defending against Verstappen. Hamilton won, and he was comparing how I think it's Tamburello, but it's a corner that comes downhill. You've got a massive curve on the inside. It's a double left-hander, and the straight that people were sort of drafting on before an S-bend, before the main straight, the pit straight, it was where everyone was overtaking on that S-bend. If you get a good exit from that corner, you can then get close enough to be able to then take the inside or whatever and get past, which is what Verstappen did to Bottas. And he was comparing Hamilton, Verstappen and Bottas going around that corner. And it's the first time I've heard anyone sort of describe
Moomin with a 1:16.8 that lap. No, that's Richie. Richie with a 1:16.8, new personal best.
And he's getting faster and faster because he was the 1:16. No, it's 1:18.8 before. Yeah, he's interesting. So he's now.
I think he was. He's listening to the stream because the lap after we were talking about how Moomin and how we would take the S's. He then did that, and it worked really well for him.
Now, see, Phil is taking a sort of a more traditional line through. I'm on board with Phil. The bend before the bridge.
Yep.
Let's see
Turn
how
two.
he takes.
He's in third early, and sort of letting it roll around the corner.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. He's not altering his line there, but it's kind of like a traditional line in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that line at all. He's not losing the back end or anything.
Ian right behind him.
Is he? Oh, he is about to be lapped. What the heck?
Ian is very fast, Frankie.
So we're at 17.5 minutes into this 20 minutes race, so we're nearly at the end. Lap 13 we're on, and
2 more laps to go.
we've only got 4 competitors, but they're all great competitors and great to watch them drive. But also surprising battles between people. You know, as you know, this is the very first race. They're all unused to the car. Some have had more chance to practice than others. Richie just built it.
Richie just got the car. Yeah.
Literally just built it, so he's doing a fantastic job. Phil, bless.
Phil.
Exactly the corner.
It's the same, isn't it? Banking into flat.
Same idea. It kind of, and of course he's trying to push on. He's trying to push on because you can see Richie ahead.
Ian.
What's Ian done? Has Ian span as
Got
well?
Not quite. He got a bit loose out of turn 2 though.
So he's now coming up to Richie, who's having trouble with the S-bends again.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly think that if Richie can sort of, after this race, have a quick look at his setup and have a look at that rear differential, assuming it's not been fiddled with because he didn't have time.
Yeah,
necessarily.
probably just
but if he can sort of like play around with that so it's a bit more stable under acceleration and it doesn't react so much to weight transfer and all that kind of stuff, he'll only get faster. Richie will only get faster. We know how quick he is, and you know how competitive he is. He's I don't mean competitive like I hate to lose. He does hate to lose. But what Richie, he's fast. What Richie hates to lose, like me, he hates to do a bad job. It's nothing to do with the position you come. You know, to be so simplistic is to think that you've got to be first or whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. If he does a good job, sure, he wants to be higher up and he wants to do a better job, but he just. We all know if we've done a good job, or if and where we can improve, and if we can improve somewhere and we can start putting work into doing that, great. And look at this thing, very wide line, carrying more speed, nicely controlled. It's washing out because of the speed, and then you get the weight transfers. Oh, look at this! Look at this slide! It's superb! It's like a controlled slide. That's fantastic. Squirrely on the rear.
He's trying something new because he kept it in 4th that time. He didn't even touch 3rd.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Because of course you go in a higher gear, short shift. You got less torque on the wheels. Let's see how he takes this. He's always. We know how quick he is out here.
Yeah, he seems to do pretty good out here, using the extra runoff.
Feeding the throttle in and all that kind of stuff. Excellent, really good.
Got movement coming up on the back of Phil now. Final lap. So we've probably had them both do funny things. Yes, we have.
Except... Oh no, they have. I thought that...
Yeah.
Okay, that confused me because it didn't say final lap for him, even though it's...
Yeah, so he only just sort of come up.
So Ian's 1.
Yep, so
Moomin
Phil
is
next across the line.
Second. Unless Phil can catch Moomin up, like, in the next 2 seconds.
And Moomin
just with that was... I hate the way he does that. I really hate the way he does that. Let him get across the bloody line, stupid. Anyway, yeah, so...
They did get across the line.
That was excellent. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, what he was saying is that Bottas is like a rally driver. He's superb reactions. He's got amazing car control. When something happens, he can react to it really well. So he came into this corner, and if you catch like the inside line and it's slightly off camber, the car can over rotate and slide and all this kind of thing. And on the lap where Verstappen overtook him, it went too far and he went on the gravel and he lost a lot of traction and momentum, and that allowed Verstappen to come around that corner and be right back up his rear end, get the draft, go past. The thing that he was saying that Hamilton and Verstappen are both really good at is that they get the car set up before you enter a corner like that, so that it never reacts in that way. See, it's that difference between responding to something, you know, using all the grip and responding if it goes wrong, and doing something to the car before you enter the corner that gives you more grip and more stability, gets the car willing to rotate more. And it's another reason why both of them are better at their tyre wear. You know, you look at the tyre wear, it's not just that on fresh tyres, Bottas was often as fast, if not faster, than Hamilton. You know, he would beat him in qualifying, for example. However, as the race progressed, Hamilton's tyre wear was less, and it was more even left to right, whereas Bottas was always had more wear in the outside tyres. You know, like we were saying in that race the other day, where you could see left to right the difference in the wear. With Hamilton and Verstappen, they're able to settle the car, make it flatter before you turn in, so it wears less. You put in less lean on the outside tyres, stuff like this. I just thought that was fascinating. I mean, and that's what I would love to be able to do. That's what I would like to know what I need to do to sort of get it working that way. And think braking again. Verstappen is known. If you look at his brake traces, he starts braking much earlier, entering a corner, but then releases the brake and rolls through it. You know, he doesn't brake and then react. He releases the brake, lets the car settle, and then rolls through it, and therefore has more grip and more balance. Stuff like this. It's interesting. It's very interesting stuff to me. Right, so it's not showing us anything. So we
you need to exit out of.
I need to exit out. No, that's fine. I'm going to save before you do anything. Let me save the replay. I have saved the replay. Now you can do things. I need to change my car.
I'm not changing anything.
I'm just saying. Right.
I believe.
Phil, Union Brake.
Yeah.
I'm going to change my car to the other car. Dun dun dun. I better check my settings, make sure I'm not cheating on this one like I were on the last one. So I'm on my racing hards already, so this might actually be.
Alright, we'll start qualifying on this one.
I am on 330 brake horsepower. Right, weight. I am cheating because my weight is like 955. Okay, so I didn't know about the weight. So I'm going to have to do something with the weight because I did make this very light. Let's see how much ballast we need to add. I need to add. Was it 1050?
So I need 1150.
1150.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm not sure I've got enough ballast to do that. You know.
You should have 200.
Yeah, I just can't count. 1, 2. Yeah.
You'll need all 200.
I'll need 195. Git face. 5 kilos makes a lot of difference. Coming at me. Let's just see. 1150.
You're going to be doing the Citroens, Richie, as well, or not?
Ballast positioning. It's in the middle. Let's get it. I want it. Now, don't forget, everybody, if you have to do your ballast, you can change the position of the ballast.
And it's actually very useful.
Very useful, as we found out with that Porsche that I like.
When I use cars for tuning, I'll always put the weight underneath and then put ballast on so I can choose where the weight is.
Which is what they do in Formula 1, which is why they want them to be as... Now, I don't necessarily want too much weight for it. This is, remember, it's front-wheel drive, so you don't necessarily want all, you know, that much weight at the back. You might want it to be... See, I can get this 50-50.
Yeah, and as long as you're able to do... as long as you're able to enter, it's fine. Doesn't matter what you use.
So I've put all of the weight at the back, and it's now 50-50 exactly.
That was brutal, yeah.
But I'm not sure that's the best idea. I'm going to see how it handles. So are you doing the same thing? I can go in and play around?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the manual gearbox again. Let's take the speed down. It's the same
of course, Phil. Yeah, maybe. Because the M3 does need all weight taken off of it to get down to 150.
Oh, right. So Phil
may have been overweight.
So Ian's saying my car is 1.165.
Yeah.
The weight.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you're above the 1150.
So that's fine.
With this car, I sort of made it as light as I possibly could anyway. So if you can do that and buy the ballast and then use the ballast to take it up, but then you can alter the handling with it. Feels more confident in the DS3. I like the DS3 a lot. So I'm going to try it with the weight back there. Oh, downforce. Okay, so I've got my downforce. I've got my power, lag. Power's on exactly 330, so that's good. Yep. Altered my jiggies. Here we go. Let's see how this feels.
No, if you already have a wide body, Richie, that's fine. You know, I can't expect you to buy a new car just for a wide body.
I have wide body.
It's barely noticeable on the Citroen anyway.
Get a racing gearbox. Not a racing gearbox. What's that other thing? What's that other racing thing we're talking about?
Yeah, it's
exhaust.
Practically not there.
Just sounds nice. I wonder how this is going to handle now. Because after they did that update, I had to change everything on this to get it to handle the way I liked again. Something I liked about it is it sort of has that front-wheel drive thing where the front pulls the back around.
Also, Richie, make sure you're able to get up to 330 horsepower and the aero parts as well. You're going to need them. If you look at the tune I've put in Share Your Tunes tab, you'll be able to see what upgrades I've got on the car specifically to get to 330.
All of you, if you can, put get a stiffer body as well, because that always helps. Handle with noise. I do like this car so much.
Again, if you do use my tune exactly, it will have a very quite a loose rear end, so just sort of adjust some of the suspension and aero to your liking.
I don't want to give too many things away. So the the tuning you gave them, is that the one that I gave you?
No.
Related?
It's slightly related to it, but
related to it, but
I've done some of my own adjustments to put the handling more to my liking.
Oh, okie dokie. So 150, 160. Wow, in this car, I need. You can't. Oh, it missed! How the hell did it miss? How did it miss the wall? I completely screwed that up.
Oh, there's Phil, back in. Yeah, no worries, Ian. 10 minutes till qualifying starts. Because I actually need to be somewhere today, so I can't wait too long.
Okay. Sixth, so that I can. Come on. I've got a mid RPM turbocharger on this.
That's what I use.
So that I can rely a bit on some torque. It doesn't like this weight.
That's nice.
Yeah. What I
that
just
corner,
did?
yeah.
Do you see how it had a slight wiggle as I came on the power on the way out?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about the front, say, dragging the back round. It's a wiggle, not a... Oh, unlike that one. Unlike that one. I was trying too hard, I was going too fast. Now that's the weight on the back.
Yep.
Let me just, I did a 119, I'm already in the faster times I was doing in the BM. Uh-oh, screwed that up. Look at the back end sliding.
Lumen currently with a 69, which is actually just as fast, if not faster, than my PS3 times.
Okay, so that's...
Still sideways.
Okay, let's just fiddle around and see what I can do with this. Okay, first things first. What's the first things first? What's going to do? Make that a bit quicker. A little bit more, and now I'm going to go to where the ballast is. Let's leave it like that and see how that goes. Moving, staying high.
It's gone down now.
That's fair enough, just to sort of catch the apex.
It's kept his number 54. It's got all the right aero. Garbage this afterpump. That's another good thing, using two different cars for the races, you don't have to bother about doing all the oil changes in between. Because apparently oil only lasts for like one race in this game.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's a bit longer now, but it used to only last like one race, and you'd have to change it. Because
that's true to life, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
With the stresses in a racing engine. Interesting how the back end's going there. That's really weird. I've moved the weight forward and the back end started going. Oh, I'm going to try something.
Oh, Richie, you twit.
What's he done?
He's run out of money.
It's all getting hot. Oh, God. Can we gift them to people?
No. I mean, hot dogs aren't expensive. If you just go do like one of the circuit experience laps, you'll probably get running.
Right, I'm going to put that all the way forwards so that I've got hardly any weight on the back. And
you've still got plenty of time, Richie. Race start at 6, call home in 5 minutes.
Let's see how this works. Now, there's interesting. Less weight on the back is making the back end come round, which is weird. It's like it hasn't got any grip because there's no weight on it.
Yeah. So we know that Richie's run out of money. Richie, you're going to have to race in these races now to make your money's worth if you run out because of it. Obviously you can't race every week as well. Every other week would be nice to have you.
Okay, I don't know whether I'm actually... Let's see... So it doesn't remember my lap times from before. That's just...
so precise.
You're still using your manual gearbox?
Oh yes. Should not go way too fast. Uh-oh. I don't know whether I'm not spinning because I'm driving different, taking a different line, which I think I might be, or whether because of the weight change that I've made. It's interesting. It can't.
Feels in. Also, I think again in the DWP livery to match his BMW. We'll see when it comes.
Excellent. Pleb's apprentice here. But what did Moomin just say? That it was too. It just disappears so fast. You can't read it. It's nuts, man. Honestly.
He's talking about getting a proper livery done.
You're driving along and it pops up and then disappears. But apparently you're also doing 150 mile an hour going down a road. But you know. Okay, I need to brake for longer. Alright.
I don't want a capital H. Because you don't have a capital after a comma.
Okay, back end's not sliding out on me now. Full throttle. Yeah, back end's now not sliding at me. Okay, which is what I would expect, you know, with the weight being forwards.
During Red Bull circuit experience. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's in the Red Bull Junior. Or just the normal Red Bull X2015.
That's more like it. Alright, good. Nice to know.
Movement is still holding fast start.
1 minute 20.5, 1 minute 20.2, so that's consistent, but not as fast as I was. So whatever I was doing right at the beginning,
Still sliding like that going.
Okay, this is better, much better.
He's much wider out of that corner than you do.
Yeah, I've sort of modified my what I was doing a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, hit the ball. Come on.
Alright, I'll let you all finish this lap, then we'll do a reset the timings and we'll do start the following.
Oh, I'm a little bit faster. 120.1.
Okay.
Phil's keeping ahead of me though.
Yep. Phil, after practice you had Moomin in the 16s, Phil in the 17s, Ian in the 18s, you in the 19s, I believe.
Oh, bum face, mother.
Got bronze in 200k. Yeah, right.
Oh, that was annoying. What, did I get bumped? I thought I just hit the barrier. I
forgot I wasn't actually telling people what I was doing. But yeah, just resetting the times for quali, so yeah, you can still join in a minute, Richie, and we'll get it properly done.
Got bronze, got 200k.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good lad. Right, so I'll come out of there now, quickly.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of consistently getting. I'd got a 119 originally, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, look at that. I'm so pleased with that. So, are we in the race?
No, people should be exiting out. I think I wrote it. There you go. Phil's come out. There we go.
Yeah, I'll come out now as well.
I think I wrote it during the loading screen, so they didn't actually see the message.
So
Well,
Phil
obviously,
saying that
it was just-
that wasn't so bad. Well, you were fastest for a while.
Yeah, that's his
Well, I think
automatic
fastest-
message response.
Oh, is that his automatic thing?
Yeah.
Ah, I've not set one up on this yet. I used to put so long and thanks for all the fish.
So,
Right.
qualifying has begun. We'll be joined by Richie and possibly Seb during qualifying, but for now, I'll sit on Ian. Ian, that's Phil.
That sounds so wrong. I'll sit on Ian. Well, I'm going to be with Phil. Let's have a look at his car first. Ooh, nice grey. Grey or black, depending on which light's on it. Let's have a look. Let's get it in some light.
Carbon fibre, I think it is.
Very dark grey. As everybody should know, black is very dark grey. Or grey is very light black. Anyone that don't know about colour chemistry, white, grey, all the greys and black are in fact not a colour. They are achromatic, which means not a colour. And that's because they are all the colours together, sort of equally balanced out. If you have no light, when we used to measure colour chemistry measurements in the Badische Anlin- und Sodefabrik, Ludwigshafen am Rhein, in Pfalz of Germany, where I did my placement year, I did colour measurement. And to measure black, you put it in a black box. So it's like foam lined with all the, the nozzles on it, like you get with studios and all that kind of stuff. And it's sealed so there's no light gets in. In other words, no light. White, the standard reflection, there's nothing that gives 100% reflection. It doesn't exist. But the whitest substance that we can use is magnesium oxide. The stuff that's in your paint that is very, very white is titanium oxide. There's a lot of that stuff around. But magnesium oxide is whiter. So we would use that as, I think it's about 80% reflecting or something like that. But they reflect everything. And then greys are levels of luminescence in between those two. And that's why if you look at something, somebody can say that's black, and then somebody goes, that's not black, it's grey. And if you can get a blacker black and put it next to it, it will look grey. But if you take that away and put something lighter next to it, it will look black. It's like, it's all relative. And the human eye is one of the best, what is known as null detectors. We're not very good at saying what a colour is or isn't, because it's all based on what we think it is. And if you see something and you think that's pink, it might actually be green. Going back to the colour blindness thing that Phil's got. The only reason he would know that it's probably not pink is
hop in whenever, Richie.
somebody else will say it's pink. That's bouncing again. It's actually leaving the ground. It's fantastic. So he's getting a 165 there. Down to 90. Staying in fourth. Alright. Okay, quicker than me on that then. Yeah, but what we are really good at is if you get two colours and put them next to each other, telling if they're different. That's the null detector thing. So we might not be able to say exactly what it is, but we know they're different.
Yeah.
So that's what the human eye is very good
at.
at.
Sliding wide through there, but I have lost a bit of time.
I wonder what turbo is using. Whether it's like a high-end one.
Oh, he only lost 0.002 through that sector.
Because you can see their thingy screen.
I can
can't
see
you?
Phil's one this time, not Ian's.
So weird. I'm still convinced there must be a way that we can, alter that, because if there's two arrows there, that means that there's something you can do.
How fast is that for Phil? Ian will be next across the line.
He's happier in this car, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Right, so we're getting 118, 117.8. Let's have a look at. Oh, Ian's just done 117.7. So why is he not?
It's a 119 flat.
But his previous lap was a 118.7, so that's faster than Mr. Hooligan.
That's not.
The number 81.
Hooligan's got 17.8.
Richie, where do I add weight? In the setup screen, where you can
you have to buy ballast. Yeah.
Go into the thing.
Clubs. level.
Go into the tuning screen, buy ballast, then when you go into the setup screen, you can add ballast up to 200 kilos, and you can change its position on the car, front to back, on the next slider, and that really will change the handling quite a lot.
Moomin's giving us a flash.
Hi, Moomin. I tell you what, actually, that's a nice colour. That sort of shiny liquid green. Julius Bar, ABB.
So yeah, what's Phil going to do?
ABB?
Oh, he was slow at that lap. Yeah, it's definitely had an issue. Moomin's gone fastest with a 17.3.
Oh wow. They're all happier in this car, aren't they?
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, they're all slower.
Yeah, but did you put more weight taken off? I only took off 2 levels of weight rather than 3 levels.
Because I took off all the levels, all 3 levels that I could.
Yeah, you may need, what, 195 kilos?
So if you click the triangle and it will show you what your weight is compared with whatever, just see what you need to make it up to 1150.
Feel 0.2 seconds faster on this first sector.
So it's interesting. Ian is much slower than he was in the BM.
0.13.
Rich is in the house.
0.13 slower in sector 2.
And 17.3 from the Moomin.
Yeah, Moomin's likes this car.
So does Phil. Oh, he's taking his paint off. You can actually see it's taking his paint off. Oh my goodness.
That should be a new fastest from Phil? Or not quite. Very close. Oh no, it is. It was 17.3.
I don't know why, but even though Moomin's time was a 1:17.0, it's not saying it's his fastest.
His time was a 17.3.
Okay. Okay, I changed screen.
Yeah, if you change it off and go back.
17.7.
Yeah.
So it was saying 17.0. This.
Yeah. Every time they cross the line, I flip between 2 cars to see what time it was.
Remember and get used to that. So Phil 17.8 again is
half a second slower through first sector.
Well, they're trying different things, aren't they?
Yeah.
These things really are bouncing. It's unbelievable.
That's put it to 200 bars, yeah. But he is out on track, so the 200 ballast will give you a bit more weight everywhere.
Okay, so he's got something like a
he's got
quarter of a bar.
He's using the same livery on the Citroen as he was on the BMW. Yes. Yeah, Phil another 10th down in sector 2 for this lap. Moomin coming up very fast though.
They've all got similar sort of turbo bar output.
They're probably all using
Rich's
medium
car's
turbo.
looking a bit. Just to give it a better spread of torque.
It's a bit smoky.
Oh, Ian's got a penalty from something.
Yeah, he was sitting to the inside to avoid the others and came off track. Because he was just coming out of the pit and coming down. So really not a very deserved penalty.
No, but this is one of the things where
that's the problem with the game. It's a game. It's not situational.
It can't measure intent.
Yeah.
It can only measure what physically happens on the track.
Might be able to keep up with his 17.8s.
We've got 2 different types of black cars.
Feeling the carbon fibre machine. I know it's BMW's carbon fibre. Moomin ducking out the slipstream. 17.6. So Moomin is sitting in the 17s, low 18s.
Super fast. Super fast.
Right.
Maybe he wanted to see what his time was without having the slipstream.
Yes.
You know? because then you can gauge what you're doing. So he's braking later there, taking the wide line, hits the doodah.
Final laps for everyone this one, and we'll get it there.
Caught up to Phil a lot, not one corner. Oh, he's got his anti-lag on. Hear the crackling. No, I forgot to turn my anti-lag on.
Stay on board with Phil should be. Since he'll be the first across the line.
Can't believe it's got such a low turbo pressure, considering you've got a 1.6 with 330 horsepower.
Oh, that game almost crashed. There's moving across the line.
Before we go anywhere, I am going to go and do a wee-wee. So, back in a second.
There's Richie, that's it. Right, let's get this one going, shall we? So I still need to get all my stuff ready and get dressed. Oh well. So we have Moomin, Phil, and Ian. And lights are out. Let's turn this on. Excellent start from Moomin. Let's go on board with Richie. So he goes up the inside of Phil. 3 wide through turn 1. Oh, Richie got it down and loose. He's got into Phil and into Ian. Big crash from Richie. Phil's still going. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, that was a massive instant. Alright, still going. We've got Moomin in first, Phil in second, Ian in third, and Richie in fourth after the outcome of that. That was very unfortunate.
And we're back, baby.
Were you here just now, Rick? You missed a very interesting turn 1.
I heard you saying, oh, I do like that colour black on the Moomin's car.
Yeah.
So, kind of like a matte satin black, isn't it? I heard you saying that was very unfortunate, something. I didn't see why.
Go back in my stream. just back to turn 1 in my stream while we're doing this.
What? So,
just to turn 1. So, after the first lap, you've got Moomin P1, 3.5 seconds ahead of Phil in P2, 3.5 seconds ahead of Ian in P3, 4 seconds ahead of Richie in P4.
Alright, so is this the bit where everyone starts smashing into the walls and each other and having, oh, and the smoke and then, oh my goodness, yes. Fine. Yeah, that was, Okie doke. Yeah, that was funny. So it's going to be online.
Phil sliding through turn 2.
Let's go to Phil.
Again, everyone's taking the sort of high to mid line through these corners, and Phil's taking the inside.
Okay.
But we have Moomin now 5 seconds clear in P1. Lots of paint missing from Phil's car. Oh, Ian must have had an issue. Richie is up into 3rd. We'll have a look when the laps come in. There's Moomin, 117 flat. Phil with an 18.8.
Okay, something weird happened on my stream. where it looked like it, when all the bad stuff was happening. Oh, so are we in the race now?
Yes.
Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't
race.
something weird. It wasn't something weird. What it was the start of the race. All 4 cars were sat there. In that case, that explains why. So we'll go back on my stream. I just rewound and I'm looking at it, and you get Richie going up the inside. You get Moon in the lead, take a nice wide line. 3 cars, 3 abreast. Richie managing to get in front and losing the back end and hitting everybody else. Yeah, okie dokie. That's, now I understand. That was very unfortunate indeed.
Moomin still pulling time on Phil.
I was blue in sector 1.
Yeah, when I started, Phil was going faster.
Right, so we're in the race. We've got Moomin, 6.7 seconds. He's really got his swerve on with this, hasn't he? Consistent 117s.
Low 117s.
7 seconds behind, low 117s. Doing 118.8s. You've got Phil, who is much happier in this car, isn't he?
Yeah.
So's Moomin, actually. I think they both seem to like this car. What a good little car. I'm so glad I invented it. Right, so Richie is getting P3. He's five seconds ahead of Ian. He's done a 1:17.5, and so he's slower than Moomin, but faster at this moment than Phil. But Phil's consistent, and Ian, I think he must have lost that.
Yeah, I think he lost it around lap 2.
Yeah, so well, I'm just thinking lap 3, where he was a second slower.
Oh, he's in.
What, Richie?
No, Ian. He's gone. He's understeered into the wall in the S section.
You just jinxed Richie. He's still having trouble with that S-bend. Even in a front-wheel drive car. He's pushing hard around
Ian's
there,
not,
and he
Ian's not happy with his car.
Yes, Ian's not. I mean, considering how fast he was in the BM.
But that was the point, wasn't it? That's the point of having the front-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, you've got 2 cars that you get for nothing. Obviously, you need to spend a bit of money getting them race ready.
Yeah.
They've got very different handling characteristics. I mean, I discovered that, and so something's going on with Richie, because Richie's lost a ton of time. The 1:24.
He's got damage to his front right. He's come off the final corner. Very wiggly. Still wiggling.
Oh. He's lost that place.
Yeah, it's going to the wall.
His last lap was a 1:24. Now, we know he did the ping pong in the tunnel.
Yeah, I think he also got some damage on the final corner. And
also, you don't know, he's not had a chance to practice with different ballast positions and all that
Again,
kind of
this
stuff,
is a car he has only just built.
Literally just built and started driving it. I mean, he didn't own it, so he's never driven it. This is all brand new.
Yeah.
See how it's coming on from there. So you see how the back end wiggles a bit there on the power? I reckon he's got the weight too far back. You know, like because I've been driving this car a lot.
I think that's part of my tune.
When I added the ballast, fiddled around with where it was the first time I put ballast in this car.
Yeah.
So having the ballast at the back end did start to go, taking it forward so that it's more front weight bias.
Using all the run off for Richie. He's got the run on Ian into turn 1.
But have you noticed how Ian did a very high line there, like in the BM? It doesn't seem to be working in this car. Let's see how these two compare going around this big one now. So Ian's gone low this time. And Ian's started off low. So will he get the cut back?
Richie stayed high.
And did you notice Ian actually made a bit of time on him?
I think it is faster in this car because of the BMW.
It's the nature of four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yes, look at that. Look at the difference. Ian went high, and Richie did the cut to the apex.
And he's caught right
because you have to if you have a rear-wheel drive car, you go in slow, and you can sort of balance it out. So Ian's just come off. Ian's just come off. But now Richie has span.
Oh, he's
two fighting each other. It's just it's how the back end and how it responds under power as well. Remember, you get power understeer really badly with a front wheel drive car. If you're used to driving real front wheel drive cars compared to rear wheel drive cars, the only crashes I've ever had, the only times I've ever span were in the two of the rear wheel drive cars I owned, right? The one I passed my test on, the episode Polonaise, that had so little grip and the live axle on the rear. Just, yeah. But you were spinning and losing the back end at such a slow speed, it was fine. Whereas the Volvo 360 GLEI that I had, which was the worst.
Moomin is absolutely flying. 17 seconds ahead of Phil.
So let's have a look at Phil's times. Phil's still pretty. Phil's had a bit of an issue a couple of laps ago. He went to 125. Let's see how he's taking these. It's fourth gear. See, understeer. I'll tell you what, he's handling a front wheel drive car really well, considering he's American. And that doesn't mean that he's going to be rubbish because he's genetically American. It's because America and front wheel drive are not. You know, most of their cars, even the little ones, tend to be rear wheel drive. But he's doing a fantastic job, really, you know.
Oh, Richie is in the wall with the S's again.
Those S's is not. It's a difficult combination of corners.
Yeah.
So Phil's back up to getting 118s. Let's go on board with Moomin, who is so consistent, and he did a 169 on lap 4.
Yep.
So he's actually slowed down in the last 3 laps.
Yeah.
But he slowed down to a
consistent
time that's still faster than everybody else consistently.
Yeah. He is really liking this.
Has he reduced his fuel in case he runs out? I don't know.
No.
Don't see how he would.
I think he's just sort of taking it easier. Now he's got like an 18-second gap.
Yeah. But this is the mature driving. This is the way it works.
Ian isn't enjoying these cars.
But it's a new challenge for you, Ian. It's a new challenge for you.
Picked up engine damage.
So you're saying that this repairs itself as you go along?
Yeah,
or do you have to come
it's
to the
20
pits?
seconds.
Okay. He's just done a 117.9, so again, still consistently around the 118s, but he's backed off by about a second a lap. Doesn't need to be pushing hard. You can brake a bit earlier, you can make sure you get around and punt into anything.
Ian's not driving. I don't think Ian's driving at this point.
Well, let's have a look.
He's got his hazards on. And that is not a line Ian takes, so I think he's gone to computer Ian.
So computer Ian, hazards on. And also the way the throttle's responding, that's the computer, isn't it? Doing weird lines.
Yeah.
So Richie's... The computer still manages to get on the grass though, have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's not...
Oh no, I think Ian's back.
Yeah, Ian's back. I think
off.
he has just... had something to do, so... Yeah.
Do you think they've just made the AI so awful in this that people... I don't know.
It was pretty bad in sport as well, but it never crashed, it was just slow.
Exactly. Whereas now, it actually crashes.
Yeah, into people.
Yeah, it jinks to the left or right as you're going past. It's like, why?
Well, we're 12 minutes through this race now, so 8 minutes to go.
So they are developing this super duper...
Yeah, but it won't be ready for like another 3 years.
What do they call it? Somebody's what
Sophie.
we called the boys. Sophie, that's what it was. That's why I
It's not going to be ready for another 2-3 years.
But it's still very good. I mean, it's beaten or challenged the 4 or 5 of the best drivers.
It's beaten world records.
Because it's in
AI. It knows exactly how everything. Richie's in the wall. He's hit the outside wall at the final corner. It's just dived in.
Saw that. Ian's catching up with him again.
But yeah, what Sophie does is because it's AI, it knows exactly how. So it actually uses the grass to slide the car to get a better turn in.
And it knows where it can shortcut corners.
Yeah. It knows exactly what everything's
The
going to
other thing
react.
it does is it learns.
Yes.
And so
That's
the
why
video
it
I was
takes so
watching
long.
months ago, before GT7 actually came out, I think before Christmas, there was a
Yeah, it's
video
like you
where
had,
it might be a Super GT video, where he was showing the footage they'd sent in or something. Oh, big
No,
slide
I think
on the
it was
rear
a.
for Ian.
Yeah, it might have been a Super GT.
Oh, he's got damage. Is
No, he's not got damage. He's just burning up the front right.
really? That was literally doing a one wheel.
That's just the
Has he
one
not
wheel just
got a
spinning
limited-
up.
Yeah, but has he not got a limited slip diff on it then?
I don't know. But
Is
that
that
was
another
just.
one of the problems? Has he not changed
Yeah.
to a limited slip diff?
I don't know. But yeah, that was just the front right wheel just spinning up.
Yeah, but that would explain a lot. The trouble he's having, if he's not got himself a limited slip diff, same with Richie. I wonder if Richie bought himself an LSD.
Oh, contact!
Oh, that was bad.
Richie's
I
still
was on
going
board with
though.
him when that happened. Now, was that?
But Ian's giving it back. It's fine. I think Ian's just.
Yeah, no,
happy.
Ian obviously didn't hit him on purpose, but
Yeah,
it
he
was like
just-
Richie moved out and they just had that slight overlap, which took
So
the
it's a bit. So Richie came in, but Ian's nose was just sort of that little bit too far up.
Right, while these two have got a bit of a gap to each other, let's go on board with our film. Let's get in the co-driver's seat and see how it's...
In the GoPro view.
Yeah, GoPro view. Yeah, I like that GoPro, yeah. I bet they're super pleased that they're a bit like Xerox and Hoover, that they've... It's the weird thing, isn't it, for a company to aim for their product's name to be the adjective for not the adjective, sorry, the verb for the use of a particular type of piece of equipment. So, you know, one hoovers. The reason why in America they don't know what to hoover is because Hoover's a British company. But it's a vacuum cleaner, or vacuuming. The trouble is that if that goes on for too long and it's too ubiquitous, you can lose your trademark. You know, if people say, it's like Xerox, they made an active choice, an active campaign to get everyone to say we are Xeroxing this. But of course then in court cases when
there's a
people
spin.
start...
It's
Oh,
Richie.
who's span?
Richie at the end of the final turn, he's gone into the wall, sort of perpendicular to the wall, picked up a front aero, left suspension, and engine damage.
Leave him alone for 5 minutes and what does he do?
There's movement past. No?
Yep.
5 minutes to go. This car is terrible. Yeah, Richie, it definitely needs a
Car's awful,
little
said Ian,
adjustment.
yeah. So Ian and Richie both saying they really do not like. So Ian cannot drive the car. Ian said this car is awful, and Richie saying this car is terrible.
The front
But I
right
have to
is
ask,
really
we don't
spinning
know
up.
what other equipment they put on it.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know if they've got limited slip discs. We don't know how they've set up the suspension front to rear. We don't know where they put. We don't know where they put the.
I think Richie's
ballast.
copied my tune, but obviously my tune's built for me. And I have my cars a lot more slippery than a lot of other people.
As in back end.
Back end, yeah. A bit like Verstappen, like, you know, that's why no one could drive the Red Bull second car, because it was just...
He
it was
likes the
built
rear
for
to
him.
go a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's a bit of sort of. Well, as does Hamilton, interestingly
Yeah.
enough. He always liked the back end.
I suppose
to be a
it's
bit
probably...
looser.
It can probably be faster, can't it, having a bit more of a loose back end, but it's a lot more risky.
Yeah, because you get more turn, but then you've got to be able to control it using the throttle and,
Yeah.
and your steering and the brakes. You've got to be able to sort of control it and all that kind of stuff. Like I say,
There you go. Moomin's listened to us about saying the 18s. He's now dropped to 17s just to show off.
well, he's significantly actually. He's gone faster and faster and faster. He's getting
Yeah, but
into
Ian,
a bit
remember,
of a groove.
you're in an FF, which was, you know, it's got an extra 200 horsepower than it was designed to have.
And it's short wheelbase,
Yeah.
so it's well known that they will swap ends.
It also doesn't help if you've got the banking as well, which, you know, you can't set a car up for banking in this game.
But honestly, if you could set it up, it drives like a dream.
Yeah.
I loved the handling of the car, but it took a while. And when they changed the game to make it easier for rear-wheel drive cars to drive, suddenly I found the DS3 a pain in the juniors, and I had to jiggle with the suspension and jiggle with the whole setup to get it to work again. And then when I did, it does. Putting the ballast in earlier, if you go back and rewatch the
Yeah, it's 2 laps to go.
Hey boy. Yeah, if you get go back and watch me just driving around in it and playing around with the ballast position. I was losing the back end on that S-bend. I was moving laps in. Ooh, how did you do that?
You must have done really well. 27 seconds ahead of Phil.
So let's go on board with Phil. We've not been on board with Phil for a while. Number 81.
That's hooligan 81.
Phil has actually lapped Richie.
Richie was...
Yeah, the position of the ballast will make a big difference. The fact that we saw, was it Richie? No, that saw you, Ian, doing the one-wheel spin going down a straight, means that something fun is going on with your differential. You've probably not got a limited slip diff. Oh, Phil, very close to the edge of the bridge there. 54 seconds ahead of Ian.
There's
25
seconds. Richie's again at the S-bends.
It's that weight transfer.
Yeah,
so
because I think I've got the ballast quite far to the rear, so it's like a 50-50 weight distribution in this car.
Yeah, and if you look the way when I had a 50-50 weight distribution because out of the back end was going at that point, and it was going coming out the final corner, exactly the two places Rich is having trouble.
Yeah, because that's where I set the car.
Moved it not all the way forward, but I moved it a long way forward, and
it's a bit better. There you go, Phil's crossed the line for P2.
So let's watch Moomin go over the line.
Rich is parked in the safety zone.
On your setup, do you have? Richie's looking up funny. He's like,
I mean, I don't blame him.
Come on, Richie, get to the end. Get to the end.
It's final lap.
Do what I do and pretend you're out on a country drive and your nana is in the back or in the passenger seat.
I forgot to change the times. That's a shame.
Oh.
Well, we had. Oh, that was something.
Great job, everybody. Let's save that replay before anything bad happens. Oh, dear. Do you have a lot of rake on the car?
Yes.
You do, okay.
I think it is mainly just ballast position.
So, I hope this doesn't put you all off from carrying on in the series, which will always be using these two cars. I encourage you to fiddle around with the settings and also with your wing levels. You know, if you have a rear bias on the wing, that's going to calm the car down going around bends on the downforce level. You know.
What happened there? Yeah, maybe that sounds about right. It's normal auto thing. What happened there?
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, so congratulations to the Moomin Papa for a commanding win and a brilliant and highly skillful second place for the Phil, who seemed to like that car a lot better on the same track. Yeah. And condolences and commiserations to other two DTRs, the Richie, Rue, and the Ian cars, for what looked like a big struggle for them. But still, I mean, they kept going, and there was lots of speed involved, and then some problems involved, and still, I think you did a great job, both of you. So, and lovely liveries. We like the liveries.
And then next week we've got
Richie's changed
Trial
to
Mountain.
the
Yeah, I think he does not like that car. I do apologise, Richie. But yeah, obviously coming in, building two brand new cars and two random setups. You've done a pretty good job.
Done a
Same as you,
job.
Ian. Definitely, you didn't have the DS3 either. Yeah.
So you've literally
definitely
just got
need
in
to
the
sort it out.
car, first track, not really had any sort of practice with it, not had any chance to fiddle around with it. You can be proud of that. And I honestly think that if you sort out the handling from the setup side, make sure you've got full limited slip diffs, no sort of the cheaper ones, go straight to the best one, get that set up as well, you'll be in a much better position and you'll be challenging for the win. So, go for it.
But yeah, if we're in the case of Richie, especially if he was using exactly my tune, I'd say put a bit more aero on the rear and move the ballast forwards for the next ones. Or, well...
So I'll tell you what I'll do, I'm putting up on screen now my setup. Okay, you can see there my setup, fully customizable limited slip diff. You can see the settings I've got on it to stop it from trying to snap the back end out. You can see, how I've got my rake for the car. You can see I've not got super hard suspension. I've also not got it as low as it can go. I've got it a bit higher to deal with stuff. Oh, a new person asking me if I want to get naked in HD. New. Ballast, I've got it all the way forwards to give me, as you can see there, 67 to 33 front to rear. That's what my top speed is. You can fiddle around with that with your gearbox. I've got my anti-lag system off. I should put that back on. Yeah.
Nope.
See what you think.
Yes, next week we will be going to Trial Mountain. But
I
Richie...
think isn't Trial Mountain? Is it Trial Mountain or Forest Deep? I had that nice. Oh, thanks, Ian, for hiding the weirdos. Yeah.
So definitely, but obviously for the next race as well, we'll provide some more tunes and I'll try and make it a bit more stable for when I share them.
Well, no, I think this is part of what's meant to be the fun. Let people find out for themselves. Honestly.
Yeah. I just sort of shared my tune and then...
So Phil's saying I had the weight and the brake balance to the back. Okay, so that works better for Phil.
Yeah. I suppose if you have the weight at the back, it gives it a more 50-50, but then the brake balance can sort of stable it out a bit.
The reason you were there when you were watching me, the reason why I moved the weight balance to the front is so that going through the S bend and coming out of the final corner, you didn't get a pendulum effect on the rear, and the power of the car can pull it out of a slide. That's why I did that. Just try it, see what you think.
Yeah, I'm going to end this one stream here at least, so thank you all for joining,
Yeah,
and I hope you'll join us next Sunday for Trial Mountain, same time, hopefully a bit earlier. We'll get started on time next week.
Well, we'll have more idea what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to end my broadcast here too, so thanks everybody for joining the both of us.